Danielle, and we're here for Franchising Magazine. We're at the Guzman y Gomez store in Crow's Nest. Steve, tell me a little bit about the business and how it all got started.
Well, I'm originally from New York, and I got down to Australia about 8 years ago. And one of the things for growing up in New York, which is different than Australia, is that we grew up with a lot of Latins, and especially Mexicans in my case. The Mexican food that was being offered in Australia was horrendous. But the Australians really wanted to like it. And so I'd go to these Mexican restaurants, and I would take now my Australian wife and to try to show her real Mexican food. And I couldn't believe what they were interpreting here as Mexican food. So I said, you know what? We got to put an end to this. And what we did is we basically brought in chefs from Mexico. I sourced all the real ingredients that were essential to Mexican cooking, like chipotle chilies and guajillo chilies and tomatillos, and we put a lot of time and passion into it, and I thought, what a better way than to name it after two of my buddies I grew up with, a guy named Luis Guzman and a guy named Mike Gomez, hence the name Guzman y Gomez. And we've been going for about 6 years now, and we have 8 stores and plan on building about 7 to 10 more this year. And we employ mostly Latin staff, and it's, I think when people walk into GYG now, it's, they're surprised how good the food is, but how great the customer service is as well, which is, a lot of fun.
So, Stephen, what lies ahead in terms of franchising the brand?
I think for us, we have 8 stores now. 7 stores we own right now, we are all company-owned store. We opened up our first franchise in Fortitude Valley in Brisbane, and it's, being really, really, it's doing really, really well, and I think people are enjoying that we're up there. And for us, it's that we're going to grow the brand, but we're only going to grow with the brand with people that we really love, and understand our family, understand me, and understand how important our food and our culture is within the company. And we've been lucky. We've found a number of people. There's been a lot of interest, which has been fantastic, and we've sort of got it down to just about a handful of people that I think we're going to progress with. And so hopefully there'll be a couple three to 5 franchise stores this year, with a mix of company-owned and franchise.
And the areas you're looking to expand in, is that all in New South Wales? Or?
No, hopefully, we got hopefully about 7 to 10 stores planned for this year. There'll probably be about 3 or 4 in Queensland, about 3 or 4 in New South Wales, and our first couple stores in Melbourne. And we're also discussing area deals for Perth and for Canberra as well.
And what about international expansion? Is that something you consider?
Yeah, we're very lucky that the people that are involved with us have an incredible retail history, and they've built an incredible brand throughout all of Asia. So we've done some due diligence. I was in Kuala Lumpur for a couple of weeks, and it looks like our first store, will open up in Singapore, hopefully in the next 12 to 18 months, and we'll see what happens.
Right. And do you have a typical franchisee in mind? Is it usually someone that has a family, or a male or female, someone with experience?
I think it's somebody who knows that it's a lot of work. I think a GYG franchise could be obviously highly profitable, but it's a lot of work, and you got to love GYG, and you got to love our food, but most importantly, you got to love people. It's a people service business, and I think people get into these franchise systems, and I think a lot of them are really bad, that they just think it's guaranteed. Like, nothing's ever guaranteed, but you have to love food, and most importantly, you have to like people. And for me, it's a rush that, we get, 1,000 people that go to MLC for lunch, and everybody decides I'm going to go to GYG to have lunch one day. And that's got to be a rush for you, Like, we work so hard to build this brand, and to have the validation of people coming, means we're doing something well.
Is experience in the hospitality industry something you prefer?
It definitely doesn't hurt. Everybody always says, oh, it's about the passion, and it's really true, but having experience helps because you sort of have a better idea of what you're getting into. We've got a lot of people that have very good business acumen that want a GYG, and a lot of these guys, they could be bankers and anything. So what we do before we even get down the franchise road, we make them work 5 days straight in a restaurant, 2 days on the grill, 2 days on the line, and it's a big shock for some of them. I don't think they're used to being on their feet for 9 hours. So if they can make it past those 5 days and they still really want to do it, and we think they actually really get it, then we sort of proceed.